welcome. Thank you for joining us on the empty side of the table. We picked up something yesterday that we thought was pretty amazing. Thought we'd share it. I knew that there was a third one of these. For some reason or another, the Target by our home always only ever had the Skeletor Megatron crossover figure. And I think it was Man-at-Arms Bumblebee, maybe? I knew there was a Starscream one. And I actually found it. This was at a another Target a couple cities over. Girlfriend, her fandom is Littlest Pet Shop. And she's been collecting them with great gusto, I suppose. So while she was looking through all the blind boxes, we spotted this beauty here. Picked it up right away. As you can see, it's Starscream and Scareglow. It says here, with the power of the treacherous Starscream at his disposal, Scareglow was all too happy to help Skeletor in his latest scheme. In due time, he would usurp the power of Grayskull for Subternia. Now, if you watched Masters of the Universe Revolution, or maybe it was both, you would know that the voice of Scarecrow was done by the amazing Tony Todd, who's a great actor too. Really, severely underrated. I've seen him in some garbage films, absolute garbage, and the minute his character comes on, it's over. It's an amazing scene, kind of like what Raul Julia did for M. Bison in that awful Street Fighter movie. The guy just never dialed it in. Amazing actor. All right, so let's open this up. I'm having trouble seeing where that seam is. There it is right there. Okay. Is that the only one? All right, let's get a closer look. I'm sure you already noticed that there's a bit of a tear in the box on the other side. It's obviously not from us, and we should have paid more attention when we saw this. There were a few more on the shelves, but yeah, I saw it and immediately snatched it up. Okay, I see. It looks like... Wow. The way this thing is packaged is... Darn it. Maybe we can use a knife to pry it out. There we go. Okay. So we just spotted a nice little surprise here. It's got the Starscream stat card that the original Transformers all had in their boxes that you could cut out. Pretty cool. Let's see what it says. Megatron's last recorded memory of Starscream was his remains. So it is only fitting that the ghost of Skeletor wield the unpredictable power of the Decepticon Air Commander. Perhaps the most dangerous armor. It only has one mode, destroy. So the Scareglow is the ghost of Skeletor? Huh. Oh, it comes with a comic too. How cool is that? So here we have the figure, and it looks like he's going to be able to just slip out of there, right? Ooh, he's got a nice cape too. Wait. No, he is strapped in. All right. Thought there was a reason why these would be so difficult to remove. This one. It appears it's only on the axes, but we'll find out soon enough, I guess. Yeah. Right. Yeah, see, nice and easy now. And it comes with a crown. So this is obviously the Starscream from the Transformers movie, where Skeletor, or no, not not Skeletor, not Megatron, Galvatron dispatches him. Yeah. Okay, so the cape comes off nicely. Am I daft? Okay, he does have straps on his arms, it looks like. Darn things being so translucent, it's really hard for us to see them. So give us a moment while we cut these away. Yeah. And they're along his feet too, aren't they? Yep. All right. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. There we go. So let's see how puzzleable he is without the cape first. Gorgeous figure. And it looks like he does glow. I'm pretty sure these things here don't glow though, just like these clear areas. So let's see the shoulders. So arms just go up and down. Shoulders don't swing out, or maybe they do, just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Okay, and these don't fold down. There was another figure that had shoulder pads like this, where they folded down. Head's got some nice motion in it. Elbows, yeah, okay. Some nice movement in the elbows. And you got that swivel arm battle grip thing going on. Let's see the wrists here. Okay, quite stiff, but they do move. Got some play in the torso. Not too much in the legs, as far as the thighs here. Knees appear to bend. They're a bit stiff though. That's scary. That's a very, very tiny joint too. I don't want to stress it too much. Oh, you've got a nice twist in the calves. And the feet point a little bit. These joints are very, very stiff. I would probably put these in water or something, like warm water before really trying to move them. So these things double as his wings on his shoulders, like the figure. How are the turrets? There we go. Like that. I did put them the right way, yeah? Yeah. It's just, it's a bit odd, kind of an odd choice that the Decepticon symbol would be upside down. But they also double as guns. But they fit in the hands to be like battle axes. Look at that. So the sun is out right now. It's a bit too bright. Otherwise, we've got one of those blue lasers that just ignite all the glow areas, make it look really cool. You can kind of draw on them. Don't rightly remember how posable the other Transformer type figure was. I only got the Decepticon, the Megatron skeletal one. Look at that though. How cool is that? Amazing mashup. Can we stand them like that? Oh, let's put the cape on them. Let's see here. Okay, that might be a bit difficult. The shoulder pads are going to be in the way. There we go. Looks a lot more regal now, yeah? All in all, really cool figure. Was a bit too pricey though. Let's put the crown on him also. Forgot all about that. Got too involved with posing him up. So does it slips right on, doesn't snap in or anything, yeah? Huh. Let's see. There we go. Now he looks more regal. Nice detailing on the figure. You can, if you take a closer look, you can tell where the Transformer parts and the Masters of the Universe parts kind of merge or separate. The way the light reflects it almost makes it look like these areas here would be translucent, which actually wouldn't have been bad. I know they have some figures where these areas will be clear and there'll be some other area, usually over the top of something where light could feed in. And when light does feed in, it makes these things look like they glow. They could do that with the eyes too. Really cool. That wouldn't have been bad. But this is a cool figure. Nice. So we do have, I'm sure I mentioned this in previous videos, we've got possibly 3 conventions coming up. The day after V-Day is a local convention called Contra Costa Con, Comic Con, I believe. that's yeah. And then there's one at the end of February, and that I believe at the end of February that would be Stockton Con. One of our favorite artists, Ramon Villalobos, is going to be there. He's done a lot of other stuff, but primarily I got into him with a limited run series that was canceled, like within the fourth or sixth issue, called Border Town, and it was with the previous launch of Vertigo. We went to the panel, met the artist, and all that stuff. So we're hoping to get that book, which is signed by the artist, signed by the writer. I'm sorry, we got that signed by the writer at Comic-Con, and we're hoping to take it to Stockton Con to get signed by the artist. That's Ramon Villalobos. Comic-Con contact also told us that apparently they're trying to get Jim Lee to sign down there. That could be cool. That's, I believe, is at the end of the month. And then in April, that's a couple months away, there's another local convention, and I think that one's called East Bay Comic-Con. So one's East Bay Comic-Con, the other one's is Contra Costa Comic-Con. So that's a good 2 or 3 months of conventions. Sounds like fun. We'll try to get footage and things like that. We have been doing a lot of comic book reviews and things of that nature on TikToks. Not so much pure reviews, just what we picked up. We do try to get at least one indie comic every week or every month, just to, support the genre or whatever. And there's some really cool stuff coming out at a publisher called Mad Cave that I like a lot. And IDW Dark is doing a decent Twilight Zone comic. I've got it right here. See, I like it. It really keeps the aesthetic of the show, and all the books are black and white like the show, things like that. Amazing amount. Of course, we're getting all the DCKO stuff and all the Absolute stuff. This was one of the indie comics we picked up from Mad Cave. I really like the artwork in this book. Haven't read it yet, but it reminds us of another artist from a while back that he was drawing for Lobo. I know he didn't create him. I think his name was Keith Geffen. All right, so this is the Starscream Scareglow mashup. Sorry I couldn't show him to you while he's all charged up and glowing. Brilliant figure, though. All right. Thank you for joining us. If that comic stuff at all interests you, I suppose I could post a link to the TikTok thing. All right. So, thank you. Stay healthy. Always be kind. Take care.